Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham latest news and update show for Monday, the 17th. Yes, it is a Monday. It is a bank holiday day for us, which is great. President's Day, so we are off. Apologies for being 6 minutes late. That is my fault. Obviously, it's my fault. And I love when the chat starts chatting. That's great. What do I need friends when I have all of you folks like that? Enemies. Oh, my God. Moving back, taking a oh my God, it's amazing. How's everyone doing today? We are 24 hours away from the Leyton Orient game, which I'm the bedwetters, but I'm gonna say right now, it's not going to be an easy match. It is not going to be an easy match, and I'm excited for it. We have a task ahead of us today, tomorrow. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about there. That's why Parky's Midfield Trinity, I think that's the winning combination, especially after hearing what's going on with WWE lately, after being in a car accident and holding him back, not giving a timetable, a little bit cagey, which I will readdress from yesterday again, what Parkinson said. But anyways, thanks for coming in, and thank you for smashing the like button for us too and helping us grow. We're on our way to 2,000. Road to 2,000. Let's make it happen. The goal is to do it by the end of the season, which is great. But today I want to talk about the midfield. I'm going to talk about the game tomorrow, and it's an important game tomorrow. It's an important game because Leyton Orient are coming on, and they're pushing. They're in the playoff spots, as you can see right there. They're in sixth. They're in a good run of form. And so, listen, we need to take care of our business tomorrow, which is what is most important here, and most important there too. And you can look at right there; their form is good. They've won 4 of the last 5 games, with 1 loss in there. But I know it's kind of a bad idea way to look at this. Let me do it this way. Pull that down. I know it's a bad way to look at. Okay, yeah. With the table there, they're in good form. This is a dangerous team. We played as many games. They have goal differences almost the same as ours. We're 20, they're 19, but they're coming to the fortress that is the Stoke Keras, and they're upset about it because they had to slot the game in. So they were ordered to do it, which is crap. But I think they're one of the most informed teams, as you can see right there, between Leyton Orient, Stockport, and Birmingham City. So it's one of those games where we need to get a hold of it too. And I think there's probably going to be an unchanged 11. That's my thought. That's just what I think is going to happen. What's going on, John Merrill? And behind bars said, talking about flushing. Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah, I was not in the bathroom. I was doing something actually very cool that I think you all will like. Hopefully too. And later on today, I'll be doing something, and Wednesday I'll also be doing something as well. So I'll keep that at bay right now. But let's get to why I wanted to talk about this holy trinity of a midfield here. So I saw this article here this morning, and it had to do with Ollie Rathbone. And Ollie Rathbone was talking about. He said he knew he had goals in him. Rathbone, scored a great goal the other day after Jay Smith got off the mark too. He said, it's something I wanted to improve on because I knew I had it in me. I probably just put more emphasis on it, and I really tried to work on it in training. So my confidence is up, and you can tell his confidence is up. And I want to address that with the trinity of midfield and what I think the right combination is for us to unlock Leyton Orient and the rest of the teams moving forward. It doesn't mean that there isn't a space for a cannon, but I think this is the good balance in the midfield, which I think is best for us. He goes on to say, he said, I think it's competitive for places. It's hugely important, and all other midfielders are chipping in with goals, and so it's important to keep doing that. I'm really glad to be contributing goals and assists and helping the team ultimately. Rathbone hopes Wrexham can make a home league win against Leyton Orient. There's 2. Okay, I'm going to pull that down. He said, we were disappointed to lose the other day, but we need to bounce back. We bounced back against Bolt. Okay, take it all aside. Here's my thought process, and reason that article made me think about the midfield. So right now, I think our best midfield combination, Elliot Lee, yes, we don't know the timetable on him. I think that's important that we just kind of put him to the side a little bit because we want him to get better. We want him to get better, whatever that may be. Okay, so, and then you have Andy Cannon, who's coming off the bench, getting back into form too. The combination of Dobson, Rathbone, and James, I think, is our midfield trinity because they all do slightly different things, but they all do it very well together. You got the engine room, which is James sitting a little bit deeper in there. He's a string puller. He's able to step on the ball. When we use him, pick out a pass, left, right, also put a through pass in. I think we're going to be changing our dynamic of how we're going to be playing up front because of J-Rod and Smith and Smitty too. So he can do all those things. And also he can put himself into a tackle. He can start a break. But I think he is the good base of that mid three. And now I believe, like I said, moving through the next few games, especially coming against Leyton Orient, I think that he's going to be very important. We need to start using that midfield. We have O'Connell that kind of pushes up a little bit, and Brunty does as well. But he is the base of it. He is the string puller. I like that too. Number 2 in that Trinity role is Dobson. Dobson is the absolute bricklayer, destroyer, lettuce, peaky blinders, all of it too. He's intimidating. He has enough skill on the ball to pick out passes as well. He is an absolute beast, doesn't stop running, and will give you 90 minutes of pure effort and hell. Can't shoot for a lick, but he can't do everything. So if you got 4 out of 5, that's even better. That's even better than 5 out of 5 sometimes, because it's like a jack of all trades. But I think he does 4 things awesome right there. And he's got stamina, but he will never stop running. He's the crunching tackle guy. He's the intimidator. He's gonna go in with a shoulder, put his head into somebody when he's going out for a header. He does win headers too, and we don't get exposed with him. I know there was a while there were Matty James and Dobson were playing together, and the combination wasn't working. For whatever reason, it wasn't working. And now the last few games we've seen them on together, and it seems that they figured it out, that finesse and how it's going to be. James will patrol that back line, trying to get the ball off, and Dobson will go and destroy and breaks up play in a different way if they're getting on the break. So I like that too. What's up, John Berthal? How you doing? Hi, Taco. I don't know what that means, but that's awesome. What's going on, Matt Al? So that's the number 2 of the Trinity right there. And then the reason why I wanted to talk about this is Ollie Rathbone, aka the hummingbird, who is fluttering around, nonstop energy, does something different from what Dobson and James, for that matter, do. Dobson goes in and destroys with a cruncher, but Rathbone will come in and take a ball off someone's toe, and just keep going and start a break. He does that with finesse. Doesn't mean he doesn't have power. He's got a bunch of pace about him, but he's a guy low center of gravity, going, instead of going in hard, he'll go in and just kind of take the ball off and start a break. I like that. So sometimes we see him doing a job of 2 men, which is not what necessarily what you want about it. But I think if we get this balance right, we get that balance right, and Rathbone does his job, Dobson does his job, and Matty James continues to do his job as we progress. I think it's different. But, having Rathbone in there and now starting to score goals, I think that's good. Remember, Elliot Lee was scoring goals last year. Obviously, we don't have him here. But that midfield Trinity is great. And I also could relate that to the back line too. The Brunt, Max, and O'Connell is a great combination. Good combination of power, pace, and balance right there at the back. So, with those 3 and the 3 in the middle of the park, I like how this is going. And so if we can, I think tomorrow, I think he's going to go with this lineup, Parkinson, and go moving forward. I think this is that right combination that we have to actually move us through the chains and also get us 3 points. Again, everyone's going to be coming for us. I do not know what to expect out of us. I want to, other than, we got to go out and go get the 3 points. I think we've been starting off a little bit slow. I don't want us to go down tomorrow. I want us to get right on top of them. But I think this is that winning combination. What say you? Do you like this combination? I want to get your thoughts in the chat. How you feel like this would be going forward now that we have our front line sorted out, which is going to be J-Rod and Smitty for sure. And I always say the bench gets a little more interesting too. He doesn't put a ton of midfielders in the bench. Yes, I'd love to see an Evans on the bench, but he likes his strikers. He likes a Fletch. He likes a JM. The wing backs, he's got a Longman in there. Got to find room for him, and you got to find for whatever combination of either it be the center half, which would be a Scar or O'Connell swapping in and out for starting places, and you always got to have someone like an AO or a Howard on bench as a goalkeeper. So too, Chris says Rathbone is the man. I agree with you. Ollie Rathbone has been the man, and I think he's made a huge difference. And his contribution is not lost, especially when scoring goals. And I saw that yesterday. I'm just this morning. I'm like, okay, that's more. We need more of that. Chris also says we definitely need to come out fast tomorrow. I agree, and we need Brunt, Rathbone, and Macca working on the left side more. That's a good shout there, too. That is a good shout there. I think Macca's been a little bit more conservative in his play, not as aggressive. He's been towing that line of the yellow card. which, call that what you will. It does take away from some of his best assets. If you look at like a Wayne Rooney, who used to play kind of on the edge a little bit, and it was part of his superpower. I think part of Macca's superpower, and I've been a little bit critical of that, is him not playing a little bit more on the edge, a little bit more aggressive. So that's something to take into account there too. What's going on, John Merrill? And Steve Barton's also here, and so is Glenda Bursey, Nikki D. What's going on? And Matt out. Sorry, I just want to do that quick rundown. But also good to have you all in. What say you? What's your combination tomorrow? Also, I want to get your thoughts. I think tomorrow night, and I know this is the news show, there's not much news happening today, so we're just going to cover it kind of like a pregame for tomorrow, and also just touch base on a couple things. Sorry, I had one more thing to look at. I wanted to look at the Elliott Lee thing too. Okay, but for tomorrow, I think he might go unchanged 11. I could be wrong. I don't know. One player I think he might try instead of an unchanged 11, other than the goalkeeper. We'll talk about that in a second. I think Ryan Longman might get a start tomorrow over Barney. That's my big shakeup. I think Ryan Longman might get a start. I think the midfield should stay the same, but I think Ryan Longman might get a start over Barney. Just my thought. That's what I think. What say you? I think Barney might need a little bit of a break. I think he's been one of our best players, but I think our best player this season has been Rathbone in that midfield trinity or trio, whatever you want to call it. But I think that I can maybe see Longman getting a start. I think he's earned it. I think he's earned it. Parkinson doesn't make a lot of changes, but that's one change I think is going to happen. And I also think AO will be back in goal. That's what I think. John Merrill says, tough game tomorrow. They will come at you and have no fear. And you know what? They probably have the confidence coming off their cup run, and I'm sure they will. And Chris says he's terrified of Longman, same as Barney. We'll see. And behind bars says Rathbone may not start tomorrow night. Why not? Why don't you think? Let me know why. I want to get in there too. And a win tomorrow could be huge. Longman needs a start. I agree with that. I think that might be the one change that's going to happen. Also, one other thing I was thinking about too, going into this game, and Leyton Orient, if I bring them up here on FOTMob doing my research, they have a top scorer, 9 goals, Charlie Kelman. Assist, Jamie Donnelly. He's got 5 there too. Second guy, Galbraith as 5. The best player in FOTMob rating, take that for what it is Josh Keeley. But they're fit, they're ready to go. And if you read the tea leaves of their X post they put out about being mandated to do it, they probably are like, all right, quote unquote, we were forced into doing it. So we getting the game on Tuesday so early because of Wrexham wanted to happen. So that's a bunch of bullshit, and they're going to come for us. So we need to be ready for it. We need to get out of the gates first. But my other take is do you think JM could get a start over J-Rod? And I'm just throwing it out there. I know I'm going against my unchanged 11 thought, but do you think J-Rod or JM is ready to start a league game with Smitty? Do we like that combination? I don't know. I'd like to see it. Matt Al says, keep Howard in goal. Was talking to him today. And we lost 4 games with him goal, 9 with Arthur. All right. Look at him name dropping right there. Matt Al coming in hot. Look at me talking to Mark Howard. What did he say to you? Leave me alone? Or he said, what? Talk to me. What else did he say? Spill the tea, Matt Al. Let's go. Aaron says they are very good. I mean, there you go. The Oracle comes through with almost like, I call that like bartender knowledge or truck driver knowledge. They are very good. There you go. Done. End of story. So take that as Scar in Egan O'Connell needs a rest. I think he's a typo there. And Chris says Macca is terrified of Longman, same as Barney, and we're gonna come out on fire. We know this team is hot and did put down fast AF. Yes. John Merrill says Jamie Donnelly's top quality defo has a future at Spurs. I think. You think so? Is he a loanee? Let me just bring him up real quick. There we go. Here we go. As you touch all the buttons, there it is. So he's 20 years old. Wears his number 17 shirt, left footer. Cam, right wing, center mid, plays left back too. Market value 1.8. And is he on loan? Yes, he looks like he's on loan. Yeah, he's on loan from Tottenham Hotspur. There you go. He's played 23 games, 5 goals. That's a player right there. Wow, that is a real player. You're right. Good shout there, my friend. Good shout there. We talked stats. We talked stats. Sure, you did. You talked stats. I love it. Good to see you. And light work tomorrow. Easy win. Patty Power says light work. They says light. I hope it is. And Parkinson won't deviate from a big striker, small striker. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'm not saying. I'm just putting it out there. And Aaron used the smash up derby lingo. He did. But it is a big game. The reason why, additionally, why it is a big game is because the table is tight, and I want us to get the fixtures there tomorrow too. Mansfield. This is why am I doing this to myself? That's what I do. Because it's getting tight in there too. We want Wickham Wanderers to drop points too. But Parkinson, if you know Parkinson, I can see him making one change tomorrow. I also can see him keeping in AO. But if I'm going to make one change myself, I think Longman needs to come in there too. I would not touch the middle of the park. And tomorrow is about controlling Galbraith, Parkinson. Kelman says, Matt from the Racecourse Ramble. So it's a midfield battle, you say, my friend. They're talking about a midfield battle. And if we can do that, we can win the game. I want to come out scoring early. I want to get us firing at least a goal. I'd love to get Smitty to keep going, scoring goals. But if I think we need to impose ourselves at home and not take their best punch. But I think they need, figuratively speaking, and we need to go out and be the bigger squad tomorrow too. They're going to come for us, absolutely, every chance they will. But we should come out and do our job there too. I'm more worried about Stockport than Wickham, to be honest. Stockport have ruined our season before. Good shot, David Hilditch. It is a good shot right there. But to be fair, and I said this yesterday, we have to do our business. So tomorrow it's going about doing our business. We did the business on the weekend against Northampton away. Okay, that's 2 wins on the trot away. We need to go and do our business. Can't give a shit what Birmingham City going to do. Keeping one eye on Wickham Wanderers, but Stockport are looking good. We just need to win football games. We need to get 3 points in. And as you can see, by the way, over my shoulder, haven't addressed it yet. Game day is tomorrow, obviously on Tuesday. Kicking off game day build up 10 minutes before the starting 11 drops, so we can have our say. I think it's fun. I think it's a great show. I love the build up show. Then live watch along, and then immediately after Wrexham time, have your say, call in show. That show is picking up steam like you read about, and it's being awesome, and I love it. So that is the schedule for tomorrow. Be ready. It's going to be fun. And I'm excited about that one too. Leighton Orient lost 2-1 to City. Just putting it out there. I know, Kim. That's why I think they're flying high. But there is a low. There could be a low coming after it too. You never know. But again, we need to go out and do our business. That's it. That's what I think there. Also, what do we think about the goalkeeper? I know there was one shot in there that I think from Matt Allen that he thinks that Howard's going to stay in. I want to get your thoughts on that and get your starting 11 in there too. And Aaron says, if we score more goals, we win. Another, profound. I mean, it is absolutely profound. The oracle comes through. If we score more goals, we'll win. With the super chat coming in hot, Aaron, coming in hot. I mean, it's so simple. If we score more goals, we win. There you go. Steve Barton says, rumors that Aaron is consulting a travel agent about going to, oh, shit. I can't. I shouldn't have put that up there. God damn it. If you didn't watch the show yesterday, you'll see it. Sorry about that. Sophomoric stuff. How's that for excellent analysis? Aaron in with the super chats today. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, brother. It's so deep. It's so deep and profound. It's crazy. How we're starting again says Kim. I think AO might be back in goal. And I think Ryan Longman might get a start. That's my thought. I think the midfield needs to stay the same. Notice Aaron didn't state goals for against. If you score more goals, own goals, then you wouldn't win. That's true. Who do you guys have tomorrow, by the way, John? Are you guys playing tomorrow? There is really not a ton of news today. I'm going to try to find it. Why? Here's what happens. You know what I mean? Things start going crazy. And I'm going to do it this way. And League One. And things go wrong. Okay. Bradford at home, semifinal. Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. So you guys are not in the league tomorrow, but there is a bunch of games. So you guys are Bradford City. So that is to get to Wembley. Okay, so that's good on you. Are you guys going to take that seriously? Or are you just going to chalk it up as another late win in the mud for Birmingham City? Let me know. Tomorrow's actually an early playoff game. Yes, if you think about it. No, it's a good test. It's a good test, Kim. A great test. And Matt House says Wrexham for Bradford final. Yes, and there are games tomorrow in the league. And as you know, the carousel stats will be going. So we'll keep an eye on all these games, which is so awesome. Thank you, Sasha. But there are big games tomorrow. Crawley, Wigan, Mansfield, Lincoln City. Mansfield are in the mud. Stevenage, Burton Albion. We're playing Burton Albion in a few weeks. Obviously, we have Leyton Orient. And Wycombe Wanderers is Bristol Rovers. Can Bristol Rovers do us a favor tomorrow? Can they do us a favor? I hope so, but we shall see. But it is getting squeaky bum. We will have one eye on, obviously, the Bradford game, which, again, he reminded me of, which is awesome. So don't care what happens in that game. Meaning I just want us to get there. If it's Bradford City, awesome. It probably will be Birmingham City. I'm not going to take that away from you, John. Not going to take it away from you. You guys are obviously a very talented side. But we need to do our business, and we have Posh lurking in the shadows that we need to take on too. And I said it yesterday: we're going to win that game. Okay, that's it. And Patty's going to be wearing a Posh shirt if we lose, and it ain't going to happen. So I'm putting it out there too. If you didn't see the show yesterday, it is the Jimmy Bagger Donuts Trophy. Absolutely. Has that caught on yet? Did we do it to Ask Wrexham to him? Yeah, we do that. And I said we might put out our kids for the crack, but probably still win 99%. But yeah, you probably will. 1-0. And it will be our second string in all serious. Okay. So it's not a guarantee, but you do have a strong second string. And Longman to JR for an early goal, less than 10 minutes in. Chris, you calling that one for games? I'll take it. Longman to JR. J-Rod, that is, doing that too. I actually would like to see JM get a start. I'd like to see Marriott get a start. I don't think it'll happen, but I'd like to see the combination of Marriott and Smith. I think that might be a good combo. It ain't going to start. It ain't going to happen, but there you go. John, your second string would win the league. Absolutely. And Leighton worries me given their recent form. They do worry us, and they do have good players, and their tails are up from, their game from City, and they're in good form. I mean, they lost one game out of the last 6, so 50 points. They played 30 games. Their goal diff is good, 19. I mean, Birmingham City have 32. That's the best in the league, obviously. Wycombe with 25 and us with 20, but they're right there with 19. So if we just do our business, great. But I think my starting 11 for tomorrow will be is what I think will happen. What I would like to happen. I'd like AO back in goal. I'd still start Macca, even though I maybe just said a couple things that he might not like. I start Macca. I start Brunty, who's been an absolute revelation. O'Connell, and then I put Max on the right side of the 3. I put Ryan Longman in for a start. Dobson, James, Ollie Rathbone, and up front I'm doing. I think it's going to be J-Rod and Smitty, but I'd like to see what Smitty and JM could do. That's my thought. Those are my thoughts. We play Orient at home a week from tomorrow, and I think it'll be one of our toughest games recently. Okay, let's hope. And I wish Orient the best in that match. And Nikki D is responding to Claire. Me too. We're also famous for playing hard on Saturday and on Tuesday. I hope we can break out of that mold. That's the thing. Listen, it doesn't matter. We win that game 2-0 away from home on Saturday. That game is gone, done and dusted. Okay, if we follow it up with a Tuesday 3 points, great. That makes that even sweeter. So it's almost like you can't enjoy it yet. You can't enjoy the game that happened on the weekend, the Northampton 2-0, because you had this game coming right up, and it's like, okay, we take a dump on this game. That's our fault. So can we keep those levels up? My concern is that he will go unchanged 11 again and running some of this stuff into the ground. He could flat out. I could be totally wrong, but I do believe that midfield Trinity is the best 3 we have. Considering with Elliott Lee out, he could probably start Cannon. But who do you drop? Dobson? I don't know. I don't want him to go. People say it's too defensive, but they all do different things in the middle of the park there too. But you need Dobson. I think is the destroyer. You absolutely do. So my concern is the fatigue factor, but. We say that every single time, right? Every single game. Oh, he's got to rotate, and he never does. I would just make one rotation tomorrow. I think Barney's been in his head a little bit. been his own head, trying to force a few things. He's one of the best. He is the best crosser of the ball in the league, in my opinion. But I'd like to give Longman a shout and see what happens there too. I'd be even more shocked if Longman starts on the left and Mackett is dropped. But you never know. You never know. Okay, John's ego is big enough. Swansea sacked Luke Williams. Whoa, does that just happen? Why would they do that? Oh. Well, totally changing the course. Why would they do that? Leave Swansea out there. 7 defeats in the club's past 9 championship games. There you go. There you go. Breaking news. There you go. There you go. Wow. Well, not everyone's safe. Lost 7 games in a row. Good for him. Back to Notts County then for him, huh? No surprise, Swansea 3-4 poor results away from being dragged into the relegation mess. And Kim says Wrexham have more talent and at home, but Leighton are well coached and play a disciplined style. They'll come out hard, and Wrexham will have to come out ready to play. Yes, they didn't have a 96 winner the other day. They're going to Huddersfield points. What does that mean, Paul Kelly? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Anyways, but it is a big game tomorrow. But again, like I said, we have to follow up the weekend game with a Tuesday W and 3 points in, which I think we can do. So I'm excited for that. All right. Again, there's not that much news coming out today. Really isn't. But I just wanted to make that point that I think that as our best three in the middle of the park. On your, I don't know. Do we know why Leighton are having such a resurgence? I mean, they have a good squad. And I think this league is by the way, they were better. This league is a league has streaks in it. You see bad streaks and good streaks, and people shoot up and shoot down. And Leighton are in a purple patch right now. Not as good as Stockport and Birmingham City, but they're having their purple patch right now. So, their last few games, they lost 2-1 to Man City in the Cup. They beat Mansfield 3-0 on the 11th. And then on the 15th, they won 3-2 against Lincoln City. And again, they did have a 96. Yeah, there you go. If we're going to look at it right there, they had a 92-minute winner by Kelman. So they're feeling good about themselves. They're really feeling good about themselves. So you can't sniff at it. And Lincoln not a terrible side. They're a mid-table side, but they're a good team. They average 1.58, 1.53 expected goals, which I thought was very interesting too. Goals per match 1.53. So, and they don't concede a lot of goals, and neither do we. So if you look at that stat, I don't know if I can get it up there. There you go. That's pretty good. They're a good team. I think we can beat them, but I think we need to get on the front foot and do it, and not let them beat up. Josh, how can Orient be on 50 points in 6th? Oh shit, I screwed that up. Oh well. Hey, I did that right before I came on, and that's probably why I was late. Screwed up. There you go. I point out my mistakes. There you go. Huddersfield should have 50 points. Okay, great. I took it down. I'll fix it for tomorrow. Everyone's on my stuff. All right, let's get everyone out of here. Remember, we are live before the game tomorrow for the game day build-up. Live watch along, extra time afterwards, call-in show. It's going to be a fun day. Excited about it. And if anything breaks, we are here. That's what we'll do. But please smash a like on your way out. And on that bombshell, we will see you all soon.